All right. Hello, YouTube. Looks like we are set and live on YouTube. Let's see here. Facebook. It looks like we are live on Facebook. Give me 1 second. Testing 1, 2. Facebook. If you guys can hear me clearly, can you give me a thumbs up? We're going to get our audio up and going, and then we are going to start. Clear. If I need to talk louder, we're still trying to work the bugs here. YouTube, we're running on 1080 now on YouTube. Facebook, we are running a 1080 on you as well. So we're kind of ramping up the resolution. The first episode, we ran into some technical difficulties. The people that watched on YouTube, we only ran at 480. So we are learning as we go. And right now we are at 1080 resolution. So far, the best resolution that we can get just with the mobile platforms, just the streaming platforms. 1080 is the highest right now. So I'm going to look on, let's see here. All right, Joey says we can hear you loud and clear. And Facebook, I got some thumbs up here. All right, we are going to probably wait maybe 2 minutes just to get a few more people come in. I know it's exactly 4 o'clock. You know, we have some stranglers. We also have this mic over here. It's not live stream. That's going to be for our episodes. But yeah, front and center for anything that we're doing. Just trying to evolve and do this live stream, including our events itself. We just had a very successful 100. And our next event is October 10th, and we are going to be working on providing a different camera shot for streaming. We just recently purchased an extension cable, so hopefully the next event, October 10th, will be an aerial shot up right above here, so that way you guys get an aerial shot of everything, and that way you guys don't miss any of the action. And I believe maybe October 10th, we might have 2 different camera shots, one exclusively for YouTube and then one exclusively for Facebook. That way, people can pick and choose what shot they want. And you can also, I think you can see both platforms, like a YouTube and Facebook, so you can minimize a little bar, maybe have like a split screen of YouTube and Facebook, get different angle shots. So we're working on that for the next event. Like I said, we're learning this live stream stuff. All right, I'm gonna wait 1 more minute here at 4:05. We are gonna start. All right, this is Front and Center Wrestle Club. This is episode number 2. I am your host, the Lasso Garibai, and today we are going to recap our historic event known as 100. The reason being we call it 100 because it is our 100th event, and it was also our 5-year anniversary Wrestle Club, 25 Wrestle Club. Hitting that number 100, really history in the making just for Idaho in itself. Went from absolutely nothing, the 0, and then adding the 1 right in front of that, followed by 2 zeros, making it 100. And 100, I just want to throw out a disclaimer. If you did not see 100, hopefully you can put this on mute because I do not want to provide any spoilers. But I will be recapping 100. I will be recapping the results and kind of what went down at 100. So, yeah, I do not want to supply spoilers out there, but I am going to be giving the match results for Wrestle Club 100. And our next event is October 10th called Natural Selection. If you guys recall, last year it was at Death Proof Coffee. And this year, obviously, we're in a pandemic. It's been hard just to find venues. And Russell Club is back in business. And for now, this is going to be our home. We are going to be providing a 1080 live stream from here on out. And as I mentioned on the pre-show, we are going to provide an aerial shot for the next event, October 10th. So to recap number 100, the very first matchup that we saw was myself putting the title up on the line against longtime rival Damian Black, one half of Project Mayhem. Very first matchup to start 100 off. Me and him have kind of been kind of old school guys here at Russell Club, and I didn't see any other way to start things off. And honestly, this matchup was probably the hardest matchup I ever walked into. The reason being, I had zero prep time. Literally, I came in, went through the curtain, my song played, and I had to go out there and what I do best, and that's wrestle. Wrestle right on the fly. And the finish, it was back and forth. I saw him go up for that sail into the black, and I countered with a kick to the midsection, followed up by the Garibai pit, which is an inverted pedigree, a move that I came up with myself. In my wrestling, I try to be innovative. I love studying the game, studying the moves, and I was able to counter that sail to the black onto Damian Black. Finished them off, got the 1-2-3 after the matchup. We saw Project Mayhem do what they do best, which is mayhem, causing a little ruckus on there. But I am still the current heavyweight champion. Like I said, that was probably my hardest match up to date. Just being in preparation and try to pull off all the stunts and just this platform itself. This is completely brand new to me. I have 10 years experience. I've never done this in my career whatsoever. Just live stream, not having any fans. It's a whole new ballgame, to be honest. And I am very fortunate that Russell Club is still in the game, still trying to do our thing, still trying to evolve. And I believe that we did do that at 100. The next matchup, we saw the Outlaw Rusty Livings taking on Project Mayhem's Brad Zane. It was back and forth, a last minute change. The Outlaw Rusty Livings was scheduled to face Mega Mosca. Unfortunately, that match did not happen. There was a change in booking, and Brad Zane took on the Outlaw Rusty Livings. I give both men credit. It seems just this whole 100, everybody, there was just changes everywhere for 100. Matchup was back and forth, good clubber fest. At the end, victorious was the Outlaw Rusty Livings by disqualification. We saw Brad Zane causing that DQ, and me knowing the Outlaw, I know for sure he's probably not going to let Brad Zane slide with the disqualification win. So hopefully we see a rematch, but that has yet to be seen. Maybe at 100, you never know what matchups are going to happen there. October 10th, natural selection. And then as we saw earlier in Center episode number 1, my guest was Kiki Starling, and I'm so thankful that she did not pick me to go up against her because I was completely unprepared, and she probably would have beat me. But Kiki hit Jim Starling in the semi-main event, chose the champion, which was Cali's Best, Jay Cruz, the Potato Bowl champion, and I had the privilege of actually calling that match. I was on commentary. It was awesome. It was back and forth. Chica the Hidden Gem started trying to make history. I mean, she already made history by winning the Rumble. I thought she was going to pull it off. There was at least 3 pinfalls that I saw that she was literally half a second away from being the first ever women's champion here at Wrestle Club. Now, if you guys saw the matchup, the semi-main events, Kiki, the Hidden Gem Starling, had Jay Cruz pinned. The referee, he went down the mat. His hand went down 1, 2. We saw the third hand hit the mat. but it wasn't a 3 count. Kiki, the hidden gem started, thought she had the match won. Referee clarified with Kiki, the hidden gem started, that it was an actual 2 count, even though his third hand did drop. Jay Cruz had his foot on the rope. Jay Cruz, being the little jerk that he is, actually took advantage of that situation. And what he did was actually grab the tights of Kiki, Hidden Gem Starling. And I would say he stole one from Kiki Starling. Unfortunately, that's the way it went down. Jay Cruz is still your potential champion, and he is running on over a year of being a champion. I give him all the round of applause for holding that belt, and right now he is the current longest reigning potential champion, and that's something nobody can take away from him. And I'm not sure if you guys follow Kiki the Hidden Gem Starling, but I follow her on Instagram, and it doesn't look well for Kiki the Hidden Gem Starling. She's not physically injured. It seems to me that she is just emotionally distraught right now. She has been a pioneer for women here in Idaho for wrestling in itself. Again, she's been competing against men back and forth at the right. Right now, I am not sure if she's going to be able to compete on October 10th at national selection. And she seems a big question mark. Again, I saw her Instagram post, and it seems right now she is kind of emotionally down. Physically, she is doing fine, but mentally, the loss has taken her toll. And I understand she has a lot of pressure going on. Being the only woman, I cannot imagine myself, but I wish her the best, and I wish that she, I wish I get to see her again, and hopefully be inside this ring once again. All right, now down to our main event at 100. Historic in the making. It was a ladder match, and not any traditional ladder match. Usually you see the tag team belts hung up right here in the center of the ring, but that was not the case for 100. Wrestle Club just being innovative and creative. Actually, the tag belts were right here on the edge, kind of like the edge of your seat. That's where they were hanging. And there was 3 ways to win. We had an 8-foot ladder in the inside of the ring. Then we had this 15-foot ladder on the outside. And then we had this top rope right here. A 15-foot ladder on the outside. And then we had this top rope right here to climb up and to get your chance to grab that tag team belt. For those who have seen that match, it was just a matchup in itself. We had Jay Cruz, King Marcus Anderson, Rusty Livings. We had James Graham. We had Jay Cruz, King Marcus Anderson. We had Big John Henry. We had Damian Black. We had Brad Zane, and myself was in that matchup. 8 men in the ring at the same time. I'm not sure. I've never been involved in a match like that, and I can tell you from experience as a wrestler, it was, I don't know. It was a car wreck, like on Interstate 84. That's what it felt like. The matchup itself was just chaotic, back and forth. I was able to actually get the first time in my career that I've ever been crowned a tag team champion. So this is all brand new to me. I was able to grab the first tag team belt. I actually used the top rope for balance to grab that belt. I did have a game plan going in. I knew right away that everybody else was going to use that ladder because it's a lot easier to step on top of the ladder. The whole time I have been balancing myself on this rope right here. So I got on top rope and secure that tag team belt. After the matchup, not PG, and they have not followed TV guidelines. We are not rated PG anymore. And anything that meant 100. We saw the Outlaw Wrestling hinge me against that board of nails, and let's say I was bleeding. I left the way I didn't want to leave. But nonetheless, I am one half of the tag team champions. We also saw Big John Henry just suplexed the King Marcus Anderson on a whole bunch of chairs. We had one more tag team belt that needed to be crowned, and to end, and that was Project Mayhem. We had Brad Zane on one side, and Brad Zane went to try to hit Damian Black with that cane, but Damian Black countered with a miss four-time tag team champion, something that has never four-time tag team champion, something that has never been, and he's just well decorated, just former legitimate champion. I mean, Damian Black is his very first matchup, he was a tag team champion. That's how established Damian Black is as a wrestler. Um, Towards the end, it was me and Project Mayhem staring down. I did not, and Damian Black are. Please stay tuned on social media. So, understanding that we are going to have some out-of-state talent come for your state of not providing professional wrestling. Please. So just drop student of the game. We are training people. So if you are trying to learn the game, trying to be a professional wrestler, the page, and we want to see some new faces for this. But if you have the passion, if you have the dedication, the path will be easy because you're going to have a bunch of support around you, including myself. And without further ado, today is Front and Center. This is episode 2, and my guest for this episode is one half of the Spread Brothers Coalition.
That's pretty nifty. I like that.
My back has a few scars.
How you doing?
My back has a few scars.
Got a couple piercings now.
Yeah, I have my nose piercing and
Got 100 more in the back.
about 100 in the back. So probably not licensed for that.
I would tend to agree with you on that one. Right when I did that elbow drop. Yeah, so
You jumped.
I did jump. So I got suckered in. So, but I should have never been there in the first place.
And between my crotch was that top rope. Do you not recall? Remember, I was right here, then you were near the thing.
I thought it'd be fun for you to kind of, be like, try out your hand at rodeo.
Well, it wasn't like riding a horse.
Well, probably not. But that wasn't the worst thing that happened to you that night.
No, it was not the worst thing that happened.
Right, not the best thing, but
Everybody, no hard feelings. Always are hurting them. So I've been Wrestle Club has posted 10 questions, and I got the information, nailed it down to 10. Unfortunately, some of the questions are not going to make the show. It's just the way the format is, and I have to make the show. It's just the way the format is, and I have my little cheat sheet. So give me 1 second here.
absolutely.
Oh, look, there's YouTube. Hey, YouTube. There's my cheat sheet. Who to look at this point? I think we're supposed to be looking at that one. Okay, I don't get fired or something. All right. Okay, I don't get fired or something. All right. Question number 1 for Big John. How was last year for you, considering you were serving the King Marcus Anderson?
Sometimes my pride gets in the way, and I listen to that mess.
Marcus Anderson.
It was real tough. Sometimes my pride gets in the way, and that's where we got us into that mess. I beat Mark that match, and me and Bronco ended up having to be the team servants for over a year, and into pro wrestling, and and they have a life.
If you did have hair, then it would have been a hair versus hair match, right?
Yeah, probably. So
unfortunately, the Goldilocks did not get trimmed. It was about
but I think he got so tired of us that
like just big butting head.
Saturday, I think he has a lot more respect for me. I could be wrong. We were in there, and you alluded earlier to all those steel chairs.
Question number 2: what or who to be a professional wrestler?
I know, growing up in Bronco, we watched a lot of all the greats from East Calhoun to Hillbilly Jim to the Godwins, and
I see a lot of them in you.
absolutely. So and one of the first times we've come out to Wrestle Club show was actually when Marcus Anderson won the heavyweight title.
Oh man, that was quite a while, 4 years ago maybe.
It was. So, and after seeing,
He's inspiring somebody. I'm glad that you are here in Wrestle Club, and I'm just so you guys know we can see you guys' comments and just so you guys know we can see you guys' comments and all that. All right. Number 3, what do you produce at the farm?
potatoes. What else? I mean, we're in Idaho, so of course potatoes.
Is that it? Just
That's about it. I mean, we have some livestock and whatnot, and but beyond that, our main source of income is potatoes.
yes, we are in Idaho, the state of potatoes.
Yep. So
That sums it up pretty well.
absolutely.
All right, next question. How has COVID-19 affected you? I heard on the news that farmers were really affected by the virus.
And that is very true. Our especially like with a lot of our customers that we shut down, like different restaurants and whatnot, there wasn't a lot of these potatoes, and so we had a lot of them that we ended up having to give away or just like go to waste. So, which really hurt us financially. And, and when you're not able to provide for your family, that's equally difficult.
And then we have winter coming up, so I can imagine that's another financial hit on you guys, right?
Absolutely. And so, I mean, as you can see, I got my arm all bandaged up and just came from doing plasma before I came here. And so, doing what we can against me.
Please don't pass out on my show.
I think I'm all right. Good.
So was your family affected at all?
Definitely. I mean, Bronco, he's always been, he hasn't always quite been there to begin with. And so, and we don't have, I mean, working out on the farm for what?
Yeah.
So,
And then prior to the show, I heard we were talking a little bit. I heard, was it true that something that's happened as far as like family members go?
yeah, we had earlier this year, God bless her soul, our granny passed away. So, it's been really having to pick up those pieces. And, I've been doing a lot of it by myself because, it's been too much for him. And so trying to get an estate in order and run a farm at the same time, doing God only knows what, the king needs us to do. And so it's,
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine, especially someone who passed away. But hopefully, all this COVID stuff just goes away. But that's to be seen. Next question. I saw you on Biohazard.
times that we hadn't had that crowd to play off of. I wasn't there for the first couple, but you had some that were out in the woods and some that were inside of a church and others that were in a parking lot. And I had I got a Russell Bronco on top of all of that. So that was definitely an experience that I didn't think I was ever going to have.
I think every wrestler that worked Biohazard, it was just, I don't know what was going on. It was bananas. To me, it seemed like the owner or whoever was running the show put like literally our names inside a hat and just picked them out and said, "Oh, you're wrestling this person. Oh, you're wrestling this person." It was not wrestling. It was not, definitely not. But I'm happy that we are here back at back. Question number 6. Question number 6. Why didn't we see Bronco Billy at 100?
Like I said, he's been kind of here, there, and everywhere, mentally, physically, and also right now it's hunting season right now, and well, we can't live on just potatoes, so we gotta do.
Flying Fedora Film and Lane Productions in association with the Wrestle Club. So even though Probability may not be here, I mean, he has done phenomenal work for Wrestle Club, and it's awesome. Like it was our first film for Wrestle Club, and just to get 3 awards right off the bat, like who would have thought?
Right.
All right. Next question. The year is almost over. Is it hard to set goals due to Wrestle Club being on screen for a very long time?
At first, it was hard because we didn't know when we were going to be coming back, and so there was a lot of times where, with our schedule, and not having to worry necessarily about coming out and wrestling or knowing when we were going to, it was real easy nights to go home and sit on the couch and have a plate of hot wings or pizza or whatever, and but life has to go on, and so I mean we got potato farms, all over the place.
You guys own only one farm, 2 farms, or?
Uh, If it's between me and you, it's just the one movie.
Ah, one, one is enough to maintain. I cannot imagine a farmer. Uh, what's up, Adam? Got a great show. Thank you. All right. Question number 9. At 100, you used a lot of skills.
I did use a lot. Something I kind of lost it, right? I don't remember a lot of things from that show. Like we had several times you were out there with us. We had the outlaw that dove onto us.
And then Jay Cruz flew over the top rope and landed on us.
So, I mean, yeah, those two things. And I rung my bell pretty good. So, there wasn't a lot that I remember from it, but if you're conscious of it or not, no excuse for what I did. And, I don't regret too many things, but I feel kind of bad for what I did in the camp.
So if you don't remember, I was in the back and recall you body slammed Key Marcus Anderson on top of 2 chairs.
Yeah.
And you didn't stop there.
I didn't.
You went to the outside, you grabbed chairs from this side of the ring, and then you didn't stop there. You grabbed more chairs from this side of the ring, then this side of the ring, and this side of the ring. You threw them all in. It seems like you had 100 chairs here, and you suplexed Marcus King Anderson onto the pile of chairs.
I did. And I believe I nailed him right in the teeters, too. So it wasn't one of my proudest moments. I ain't gonna lie. So, I feel bad for it. And
final question here. Question number 10. At 100, you had the tag team belt in your hand and could have won the tag team championship. Why did you leave the match?
We had a couple different opportunities where I could have had that title. And, biggest thing was when I was standing up there and I had that title in my hand, I looked at it and I looked around to see who was there with me, and I was by myself. I didn't have Bronco there with me, and that was the one thing we promised each other when we came here, that we were going to become the Wrestle Club Tag Team Champions. And, I was able to go up there, and I had that opportunity. Everybody's treating me like I've been a joke from day one. I could have been a tag team champion. I walked away from that. But everybody knows if I made a different decision, I could have walked out with that. But, not having Bronco there, not the same. So if I'm going to win a tag team title,
Stuck with Damian Black as a tag team champion.
Well, I know you don't have a bare hand. We got the Spud Brothers Coalition page on Facebook. We got Big John's on there. Bronco has his own page, and we're both on Twitter, so you can find me. I believe I'm Big.
Might be doing a different platform. You never know. Just want to put that out. Any wrestler that is on the show, since we're under new ownership, nobody is allowed to touch the post. Otherwise, you do get fired. I don't know where you, Big John, but in the future, I might be interviewing people that may be suspect. So I want to pass that on from management to the wrestlers out there. So that way I'm protected. In case I do get back. Live stream soon, or tomorrow is another live stream.
We got another one.
Yeah, we got another one, and our guest is Dr. Steve Super B. So tune in tomorrow. I believe we will have the time up. We'll post that up probably later tonight. But thank you all for watching this live stream, and we are out.
Sounds good. Have a good one, guys. Got one on YouTube, huh?